Well, you guys have been asking for it, and today we're gonna do it. Today, let's do a little studio tour, shall we? Come on. Alright, so I've got everything laid out, good to go, so we'll just go this way around the room, alright? So, come up the steps here. First thing you'll see on the left is my Halloween 2 Dick Warlock autograph. I'm a huge movie buff, as you'll see. I got this back in like 2004, so it's been all over the world with me, so I had to definitely bring it into my new house that I recently just moved into. Here's my printer. This is where I keep all my clothes. It's kind of like, I don't really have a room here because I just recently moved in with my girlfriend. God bless her, she let me move in after I got out of the army. So, you know, I just can't thank her enough for that. But basically this is where I keep all my clothes and all my stuff. So, moving right along, here's my Kane Hodder Friday the 13th Part 7 signed 8x10. Again, huge movie buff. Moving right along, I did want to bring this to you guys' attention. This is the lens that I use the majority of the time. This is my Sigma 30mm lens. It gives it that like blurry background. So I'm not shooting it with this video because it'd be kind of annoying to have a blurry background all the time. But that's what I use predominantly for videos. This is my August Burns Red, couple Pennsylvania boys. This is my signed picture. I got that in 2013 on the Rescue and Restore Christmas show. They did Toys for Tots. I gave them a couple toys and they gave me a signed poster, so very cool of them. I guess we'll do the ceiling next. A couple flags. Don't Tread on Me and Infidel. These were in my room in the early days of my channel in Fort Benning, Georgia. When I was in the Army, I got them there at Ranger Joe's. And so they made it back home with me in the move. These lights are good video makers. Lights, very, very cool. I got them plugged in right now, as you can see, but they, the battery life on these things are incredible, and you know they do really good job, and they give good quality lighting for your videos. Moving right along, let me turn this light over so you can see it. This is my Janet Leigh, signed to my father actually. Janet Leigh from Psycho, the famous shower scene. That's her. Rest in peace. Very, very cool. She signed it in red too, which I thought was kind of cool, kind of like blood. So this is my desk. This is where I do the majority of my work here. You know, this is basically where I literally make every song I do and film videos. It's right here. So we'll go left from right. This is an original Clash poster from Germany. It's a Germany poster. My father had it. Again, you know, rest in peace, Dad, but man, yeah, some cool stuff. So this is an original promo poster from Germany. This is an original Jimi Hendrix poster from Texas. I believe from like 68, 69. Very, very cool. Again, original, worth God knows how much. One of the coolest parts of this room. So then moving right along, got my lights here. You can't really see them because I got my other lights on, but these lights kind of just add like a little cool effect in my videos. Got them real cheap on Amazon. Nothing worth bragging about, but it looks cool in the dark. This is my Sony CyberShot. It's a vlogging camera. However, it shoots in 4K, and I use that for a lot of stuff up until really recently, until I got my Canon 80D. I used that from like Gent on a cigar box up until I moved, really. I think Pull Me Under might have been the last thing I shot with it. I'm not exactly sure, but I recently upgraded to the Canon 80D, and now this is just like a supplemental camera. This is my Jimi Hendrix mini wah pedal. I kind of got it, it's by Dunlop. I kind of got it by mistake. I went into Guitar Center because I asked if they had it, and I thought it was a full-size wah, but it turns out it's a mini, obviously. And I was like, screw it. And it's my go-to wah now, and I use it all the time. Every single time I use wahs, it's my only wah I really use. This skull, it's not real. Sorry to disappoint you, but I keep all my picks in there, and quarter inch input jack. But yeah, I keep all my picks in there. Lighter for the camera, or excuse me, for the candles. This picture is my uncle, my grandmother, and my father. They've all since passed, so cool way to, just see them every day, basically. So very cool picture. I love that picture a lot. All right, now let's get to starting to get into the gear. Now we started, with all the miscellaneous boring crap. All right, up top here, this is my interface. This is a Focusrite Clara 8 Clara. Wait. This is my Focusrite Clara 8 Pre. It's a Thunderbolt interface. It's not USB, so ultimately it just means it's fast. And it was an upgrade from, I had like the Focusrite Solo USB, which was like, Mickey Mouse stuff. So I use this exclusively. It's the only interface I have and need now, and I've never had any latency or lagging issues. It's amazing. All right, the biggest difference from last year's studio tour is this guy right here. This is my Axe-Fx 2. I got it in December, and it is 95% of my tones. Every once in a while I'll use bias effects just if I'm feeling lazy and I don't really feel like dialing up an Axe-Fx patch. But I mean, I had a ton of Lunchbox amps, and I had a couple 5150s. I had a Mark V 525, and just like the maintenance with those things, and just like I couldn't play them loud. And then I got like a Rock Crusher mini rock wreck, I think, from Rivera, and it just sounded like garbage. So I went with bias effects for a little bit, but I love gear. I love outboard gear, and I love having like tangible things I can mess with, not like all clicking on a computer. So I went Axe-Fx, and someday soon I'll probably get the Axe-Fx 3. Maybe by next year I'll have the Axe-Fx 3. This is my guitar cable. I use Monster cables. I've never had a problem with them. Some people have had, have said nasty things about them. I don't see anything wrong with them. I love Monster cables. They're awesome. These are what I use to mix the studio monitors that I had before. Those like lime green things. I couldn't get like any like serious low end reference with them, so I got rid of them, and I just got a couple, just a little Sennheiser headphones, just so I could just mix and not just use computer speakers. Nothing crazy. I don't like the way this is set up, like the way the room's set up. Like it's kind of one studio monitor would have to be in that corner, and then this one, I don't know, it just like looks kind of wonky. So I didn't want to get studio monitors, because then I'd have to room treat and silence, and it's just not worth it. I just use headphones, and it does the job. This is my custom iPhone. This is my MacBook Pro. This is what I use to make all my music on. Alright, he's sleeping, so disregard. But yeah, my MacBook Pro. Oh, there he is. It never had any issues, never crashed, always fast as hell. I love it so much. Really, really cool. Tons of room, tons of all the gizmos. I'm not like a huge computer nerd. I don't really know much about it. But just put it this way, I've never had any problems with it. Down here, portable DVD player. It's like used for a car. I use it for like instructional DVDs. Batteries for my Majesty. Guitar Theory DVDs, Guitar Theory books, shredding books, just instructional stuff, boring nerd stuff. This is my iLok. I use this for Slate Digital stuff. I hate that I have to use the iLok, but I use it for the virtual tape machine as well as the virtual mix rack, and you can't use that stuff unless you have an iLok. So really annoying, but their products are pretty good. This pretty cool. It's my customized channel logo sign. I got it off of Amazon. Let's see here. I'll turn off these lights so you can get a better look at it. Yeah, so that looks really cool. I like that in dark lit stuff. So pretty cool. Alright, next. This has been my new #1 rhythm guitar. This is my 2018 Gibson Explorer, and I recently just changed out the stock Burstbuckers for a pair of Devin Townsend signature Fishman Fluence pickups, and it's just a huge upgrade. I mean, it just sounds absolutely huge. As I said, 2 voicings, love it so much. He's been my #1 rhythm guitar. Back here is a door where a troll lives, moving right along. Alright, in this corner here is the bags for the lights, the Good Video Maker lights, as well as my ring light for when I'm talking to the camera, talking to you guys. It lights up my silly little face, so that's where I keep that. Alright, we'll go through the guitars. Now, almost all my guitars are shown here. I don't have the Breed 14, the Seafoam Green one, and I don't have my father's Gibson Les Paul Studio here with me at the moment because I just left that at my mother's house. I didn't feel like traveling with it. I kind of wanted to keep it where it was safe, and eventually I'll probably bring it back, but it needs a lot of work. It needs new frets and needs new pickups, and it needs new hardware. It's just all old and nasty, so it needs work, and if I'm not going to use it, you know, I'll just leave it there. So, Schecter bass, 5-string bass. I'm not any sort of bass virtuoso. I just got it because it's got a 35-inch scale, and the low B and or A string doesn't sound like wet spaghetti because 5-string basses can hold that string tension. So I got rid of a couple of my Music Mans because they only had a 34-inch scale, and I went with a cheap 5-string just because like I said, I don't really play bass, man. It's cool and all, like, don't get me wrong, but I don't really know much about it. It's got EMGs in it, and it's got a 3-band EQ, volume, and a tone. I don't know. But what I do know a lot about is guitar, so saving the best for last. This is my Ernie Ball Music Man JP16 with the Sonic Ecstasy pickups, ebony fretboard, and Floyd Rose. Very cool guitar. This guy's set up in regular, boring, old standard tuning. Look at that neck, dude. So cool. Alright, next is a guitar that you've not seen lately, but he is still around, and that is my Kiesel Aries 8-string. Look at that top, man. Look at that Koa top. I got this guitar as like a parting gift from when I left Fort Benning, Georgia. It was the last guitar I bought. Fan frets, stainless steel, multi-length scale, bolt-on, locking tuners. Very cool. Such an upgrade from the Schecter 8-string, my first 8-string I had. I love him so much. Next is a guitar that I have a love-hate for, and that is the Ernie Ball Music Man Majesty. I love it because it's so fun and easy to play, but I hate it because I don't really like the way it sounds, and it just looks like a toy. It looks like you could buy it at Toys R Us, rest in peace. But stainless steel frets, floating tremolo, Marzio pickups with the boost, locking tuners. You guys know all about Majesties. So like I said, probably the easiest and fastest guitar I own. However, just don't like the way it looks. Next is my Konaki Breed 15. Literally just got done filming a demo for this, so you will probably see the demo for this right around the same time that this video drops. So very, very cool. Awesome company. You should check them out. Konakian.com. Alright, next is my Jim Root Strat. Slipknot, my favorite band in the world. Naturally, I had to get this. I'm thinking about getting Tele. However, I don't really like Mexican Teles. I like American-made guitars. And this guitar is an American-made. I just got this maybe like, I don't know, like 4 months ago. But like, look at the wear and tear it already has on it. I don't abuse this at all. I just play it normally like all my other ones. And man, it just looks like it's been played like 15 years or something. The finish is like real thin and like satin, and Jim Root like geeks out over this stuff because it takes form of the player, you know, themselves, and it just like builds the characteristics of the individual player. So EMG 8160, 1 volume, no tone, simple, simple, simple. Alright, probably the second most sentimental value, probably the most sentimental value guitar that I own, minus my dad's, is my 1992 Gibson Les Paul Standard. Now this guitar is 8 days older than I am, so I call this Big Bro. No flame maple, but just huge chunk of mahogany, old piece of mahogany. Very cool, awesome guitar. It's in great shape too. Alright, before I show you my final guitar, my final piece of my studio, 2 pieces of my studio tour, here are my dog tags from the Army. It's got the Wario ethos and the Army values, as well as my name, blood type, social, which are not social, DOD ID number, which, you know, you can't really see because it's personal stuff. But I keep them there, cool stuff. And my favorite guitar that I didn't originally want, I wanted the teal version, as you guys know, is this guy. My John Petrucci JP15 in trans black with a roasted flame maple neck and fretboard. So awesome. My favorite guitar at the moment. I had the teal version that crapped out on me, and they sent me a replacement, and it turns out it was the trans black, which is kind of like a purple if you look at it. But anyway, it is just so cool, so awesome. I've done a lot of songs with this already. I've done a demo, a shootout. I've done Walk With Me in Hell. I've done Panic Attack. It's just amazing. My favorite guitar, my #1 overall, and my #1 rhythm. These two guys are my go-tos. And the last thing I'll show you guys is this flag. This flag is the flag I carried with me overseas. It is the flag seen in these pictures. And this flag has been all over the world. It's been when I was stationed in Germany, when I was further east. It has been all over, and it was at Fort Benning, Georgia, and now has made it back home to Pennsylvania. So that is definitely the most sentimental value item in my studio at the moment. Well guys, that is it. That's everything. So I had to get this done in 2018. It's like 90% done. It's not all the way finished, but by the time I get it finished, it's going to be 2019. So I wanted to give you guys a little reference point and show you what I'm working with at the moment. And I'll see you in 2019 with a new studio tour in about 5-6 months. Thanks for watching, dudes. Stay metal, and I'll see you guys next time.